All right, we're gonna leave the music. I think it'll be okay. Y'all, it's Monday. First of all, can I tell you, props to my buddy Heather. Look at this. This amazing Care Bear and pockets. Pockets. What? It's got this cool Velcro open here. So I'm pretty much loving this Care Bear. I love it. It's Monday Dish Talk, y'all. Monday. What is it today? Oh, I meant to mark off the calendar. Today is Monday, September the 20th. Oh, crap. Tomorrow is my granddaughter's birthday. And I haven't gotten cards out yet. I gotta do that. I gotta get all the cards out today. Because my granddaughter turns 3 tomorrow. Monday Dish Talk, y'all. Did you have a good weekend? I'm ready for the fall of capitalism. When's that happening? Is that happening soon, y'all? Let's talk. Let's talk. First, can I tell you that I'm really sick and tired of white men telling me how I should be doing my stuff? Seriously. White dudes, I think you should just stop giving advice to anybody unless they're a white person, white man. Unless you're actually making change, okay? Because saying things like, you just gotta do this, this, and this, and you'll be successful. Trying to hold my composure here. Because that's a lot of privilege talking. It is a lot of privilege talking. I hate when privilege talks. Because privilege doesn't know what it's like to be hanging out here. Oh shit. I do this all the time. Just going right to the bathroom. I should know better. I should know. I think I'm gonna take this in the other room for a second. Because la 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 la, nobody can hear what's going on in the bathroom. Because my wife doesn't know that I'm doing the dish talk. Because I don't tell her. I never tell her when I'm doing this. She sleeps till like 1 or so, noon. Because she goes to work tonight at 3 o'clock till 11 o'clock. No, sorry, till 7 o'clock in the morning. My brain. So yeah, basically during the week I don't see her, you know. She hangs out sleeping in the bedroom. I'm just gonna wait until she heads back in there, because there she goes. Yep. And the door. All right. So I feel like that's just gonna happen from now on. And she just doesn't know, and that's fine. But yeah. What was I saying? Let's change the subject for a sec. I'm gonna go with my little cheat sheet of what I'm gonna talk about today. My cheat sheet today is we're gonna talk about the economy of a good community. What's that mean? What's that mean? The economy of a good community. Well, let me tell you. A community is only as good as its weakest members. I mean, you can't, or not weakest, but like, y'all, you can't have a thriving community if you got people that need help, right? You can't have a good community if there's inequalities everywhere and inequities and people are living on the street and people don't know how to feed themselves and people whatever need things, right? You can't have a solid community if you're not willing to serve all of the members of your community. Okay? And what that means is like, so right now in Norwich, we have a lot going on. People want things to happen, and they're like, all the drugs, all the homeless people, all the whatever has caused all these problems and blah, blah, blah. And true. Yeah, it's not great. It's not great. But you know what we do have that we're not utilizing? We have so many empty buildings, empty houses, that if as a community we decided to actually combat homelessness, I would love to see that. Norwich, let's do it, you know? Let's combat homelessness. Not just give people a shelter up at the TVCCA shelter, right? Let's give people a home, transitional homes. But then people are like, oh, who's gonna pay for this? And, well, I mean, in the beginning, I guess the city could help cough some stuff up, right? Maybe donate a building, you know? Because if, like, a city doesn't want homeless people in their city, you know what they could do? Make them not homeless. Let's just start there. Because to combat homelessness, you got to combat a lot of things. You have to combat the financial struggles that people are having, right? You have to talk about why people are having these issues. You know, is it... So we know that when Norwich State Hospital closed, a lot of things happened, and a lot of people got let out onto the streets. I would love to see homes. Why don't we use some of these older buildings, or so many of the buildings up in Uncas on the Thames that are being left empty, to start creating community, right? To start creating, and then what happens? And then you start building people up, and then you start giving people pride in who they are, and you start building confidence, and you begin to build their skill sets and giving them independence. And this is something that we all need sometimes. Not everybody has the coping skills for all of the crazy changes that are going on right now. But they're a whole huge underserved population. It doesn't have to be, because we have so much right now. We have it. Like, it's available. We have resource to create housing, right? Resource. We have it. The housing is there. It doesn't take much to find all the free stuff to give people, because, yo, I'm the queen of free. I'm the queen of free. You need to find something? I will help you find it. I will help you find it for free first. If not, I will help you find a resource. But seriously, it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. So we need to engage as a community, right? And I would love to see Norwich become a community, a model community that has helped combat homelessness and hunger. And, well, that all kind of goes together, you know? Like, so when you start giving people, start meeting basic needs, right? Nobody should have to struggle to meet their basic needs. Okay? Nobody should have to struggle to meet their basic needs. That shouldn't be a thing, but it is here in the United States of America here. Because of the capitalism, you know, that has perpetuated the system, the broken system that we live in. Yeah. You know, like, it's real. And how do we fix it? Let's start being compassionate. Let's start there. Let's start by thinking about conscious consumerism, right? We live in this strange time where you have to keep up with the Joneses still. And, you know, that concept was built in, like, the 50s. And it was a commercially built idea because people want you to buy more, right? People don't need all of the things that we have right now. We don't need it. You know, we don't need 12 brands of, I don't know, toilet paper, you know, when they're all the same shit paper. Especially when none of them are really sustainable, you know, a sustainable model. Like, yeah, I'm sure we've got hemp toilet paper coming out now, but why aren't we making that? Why are we not making that something that's commonplace? That's because, so here's the deal. When you have money, you can buy all those bougie, nice things, right? Let's talk about that. It's expensive to live eco-friendly sometimes. It's expensive to buy things. And that's unfortunately built into the system in this freaked out, strange way. Like it's a luxury to be eco-friendly, right? And I think that's stupid. I think that people don't have to live this expensive life to do the right thing. But it does, there is some privilege to being able to do it. For example, I have a washer and dryer in my house. Having a washer and dryer in my house allows me to not buy paper towels, not buy napkins, because I use cloth all the time. Not having access to a washer and dryer in your home puts limitations on the kinds of things that you might be able to do. Because trust me, I know that laundry uses up a load of spoons. Having to bring your laundry to a place uses up far too many spoons. So it's definitely a luxury for me to have a washer and dryer, in my own place. I know that's not everybody, and I'm really sad that that's not everybody, because that does put some limitation. But that doesn't mean you can't, right? I was living off grid, for a while. Y'all know, a bunch of you know this, and we also have to stop you right now for a minute. So yeah. This is a subject I could talk for hours and hours and hours on. To sort into my bins, because that's what I use to make art with. To like, we use it as supply, we use it as product, we use it as like a vessel, all sorts of things. I got bags and bags and bags if I've gone through. That stuff I've kept it out of the landfill. So, anyway. I have to rinse here in a minute. Actually, a little bit more room here. So, one of the chats I want to do is called a YouTube. Maybe I'll just start it on my YouTube. I'm not sure. Is called "Good for Your Body and F the Environment." Because one of the things that bugs me the most is all of these companies that have good for you foods, right? Good for you foods. But you know what they're not? They're not good for the environment. They're not recyclable, or they're too high on the recycle list. And I'm like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? What is this nonsense? Like, what is this crazy nonsense? I don't get it. Like, we should be doing better. We should definitely be. And sometimes I buy the cheaper products because the recycling is like, I can use their, I feel better about their packaging. It's ridiculous. Why does a rice package have to be a number 7 plastic? It doesn't have to be. There are plenty of ways to package things without creating more waste. And hemp, why are we not using hemp yet? Like, we're allowed to. Pretty sure that Levi's Jeans is talking about going to hemp, which is awesome. But why are we not using it more? Oh wait, it's because it'll take down every industry at this point that relies on our capitalism and consumerism. Darn. I'm not sad about that, actually. I really think we need to have a lot more change in this world. And I'm a mover and shaker, and I'm one of those people that'll do it. But I'm doing it much more slowly these days. That's all. That's all. It's just a slower way of life. But, all right, it's time for me to rinse. And we don't do that with the phone near the sink. So, I hope you have a great day, everybody. Thank you guys for watching. Have a magical, magical day. Enjoy the fall. Hopefully have capitalism soon. And we'll talk to you soon.